Hi, I'm Andrew Crisp, Emergency Management Commissioner. Well, yesterday lived up to expectations. It was hot across the state, particularly in the north, and as we thought, we did have fires. We already had significant fires that our firefighters had done a wonderful job on working on in the lead up to yesterday to hold them as much as they could. So those fires we had been focusing on were Timbarra, at Walhalla, at Granville, Hepburn and the Thomson Dam. So what we saw as a result of yesterday, we saw an additional 118 fires across the state. And again, we saw some movement on those significant fires I've already mentioned, particularly though in relation to Walhalla. So we saw that fire move to both the west and to the southeast. We know at a particular point last night before the change came in that fire was significantly impacting on Walhalla itself, with ember going into the valley and into the small community. What we know at this point is that one cottage has been lost in Walhalla, but we believe that's the only property, which, given the conditions that were confronting people in Walhalla, is a good outcome, although I understand very, very difficult for whoever might have lost that particular property. Great work by firefighters from both CFA, Forest Fire Management Victoria, that were in there with local community working on that particular, what would have been a very, very difficult time. So, all things considered, we've come out of it reasonably well, but we've still got those significant fires. We've still got other going fires. We had thunderstorms come through last night, so we know there will be more fires that will be identified over the next couple of days. So with the next couple of days, what it looks like for us here in Victoria, it's going to be some milder conditions. It's going to still be warm, but it's going to be wet. And we know that as the week progresses, particularly into Wednesday, we're probably going to see some fairly significant thunderstorms. And there's forecasts of rainfall up to 50 mil in some parts of the state. So we could see some flash flooding. So it's an opportunity for us to assess today where we finished up with those fires yesterday. Again, we know there's so much work that has to be done on those significant fires. So we're just into February. We know that this is another hot month for us and potentially into March itself. So it is about trying to take a breath when you can, trying to rest when you can, and that's what we encourage our firefighters to do, to balance that with the really good work that they have to do to continue to work on these fires. So to the rest of you, thank you so much for the support that we're getting for our firefighters and emergency services. I think that's really great. It's nice for them to know that they're being acknowledged and getting a pat on the back, which I like to do all the time. So thank you and have a good week.